How are you supposed to drive into your divine future and show everyone your amazing gifts if you're running on empty constantly? Hello, welcome back. We're talking about one of my favorite things to talk about besides myself, but I will just say I'm having a hard day a little bit. And I tried to make this video like 3 times, 10 times. It's like when you're filming your video auditions, you know, you get so stressed out because you're like, well, I'm filming it, so it better be perfect. And then it's like all this pressure and you're stressed. And the last video, I feel like I really liked it and I was really happy that people liked it. And so now I'm like, how do I recreate this? Like, what if you plan to make your video that day and you're not feeling it? What if it's not flowing through you? And then you don't make something as good. Like, it's just the stress and anxiety, and I'm cracking. My phone and me have low battery right now. Luckily, we are talking about one of my very favorite things. I'm gonna once again throw spaghetti up against the wall and just rock it out. So let's do it. So what we're talking about today is a different way to view yourself and perhaps others. I'll just give some backstory. So I feel like growing up, I got a ton of feedback that I was so emotional, that I had a quick emotional response, that I was a lot. And I think I always felt really, really bad about myself. I was always like, why am I so high reactionary? Why do I feel things so much? Why am I so stressed out? Why am I so affected all the time? And it didn't take me till after college to realize that I had like huge empathic tendencies and that I was a Ferrari, which so many other people are. Like, no wonder I was so stressed and anxious in auditions, because I was feeling everyone else's emotions. And no wonder I was like so uncomfortable and nervous in college, because I was being told all the time that I was too emotional and I was freaking out all the time, which I was freaking out all the time. Because when people tell you that you're not okay, then you turn into not being okay, because you're like, oh my gosh, I'm not okay. But then you gain the perspective that you are more than okay, you are unique and special, and you have a gift, right? So the Ferrari concept is essentially a reframe for the people who are deep feeling and who experience emotions on a wider emotional range. These kinds of people who can experience emotions on a bigger emotional spectrum are our artists, our dancers, our singers, people who invoke emotion in other people. A lot of musical theater artists, right? Because it's like, that's why we do art. We are the vehicle for the greater story and the greater message, right? Fabulous. So my sister is a therapist who specializes in DBT therapy. She's a baddie. She has her own practice, and she was so put on this earth to help other people. She's definitely put on this earth to help me. We don't want to think about where I'd be if she wasn't here. Anyway, it's like Spider-Man, not Tobey Maguire, but the concept of Spider-Man, I think. Oh God, I better be Spider-Man. I'm gonna die. My nerds are gonna kill me. With great power comes great responsibility. So if you are someone who experiences emotion, if you're someone who affects others, if you're someone who feels deeply, you have to take special care of yourself. So just like a Ferrari, you are a unique and special and expensive, fancy thing. But those cars, they need to be detailed more, they need special oil, they need special care. So yeah, you're high maintenance. I'm sorry, you're high maintenance. You're a Ferrari, so congratulations to you. You're superior, you are so special, and you're high maintenance. Then rock it out, be high maintenance. You need more care than the average person, because you're experiencing your emotions, their emotions, and then so you're experiencing 2 different kinds of emotions on this big of a spectrum. Like, how would you not freaking have your brain melt out of your ears? It's exhausting. So you need more sleep, you need more water, you need more meditation, you got to talk to your sister, you need to watch Harry Potter movies, you need to eat pizza, you need to have some wine, you have to go to therapy. You have to go to therapy to talk about the things you're experiencing, because what you're experiencing is a high level of crap. It's not crap, but like, it's a lot. How are you supposed to drive into your divine future and show everyone your amazing gifts if you're running on empty constantly? And running into potholes constantly. You're a Ferrari, level up, step into your power. You have all the gifts in the world, you're so lucky. What I am saying is that a Ferrari is someone who can experience emotions on a longer emotional spectrum. I'm not saying that is what an empath is. An empath, obviously, is different. I experience both, and I think a lot of people do, because often people who have been brave enough to break down those barriers and feel those things have also broken down the barrier of keeping their energy just inside, and have picked up a skill to feel others' energies, which is a beautiful thing and exhausting. Thus meaning you need special care. People who have not put up emotional walls and who have been brave enough to feel everything and to feel everything that they experience on that big spectrum is a gift, and it is an act of bravery, and it is a beautiful thing that you have been given, and that the world convinces you that you're too sensitive, you're too emotional, and something is wrong with you. The world has totally convinced us that it is such a weakness and it's embarrassing, but I just hope you know that, like, if you listen to that, then the world doesn't get your art. It doesn't get your gift. And you have been given the responsibility on this earth to bring beauty and spread joy and love and art. So if you listen to that, we're going to miss out, which is selfish. But all of this to say, it doesn't give you the free pass to, like, lash out and mistreat others. And I know that I've experienced these high emotions and stuff, and it has made me really volatile. I'm someone who chooses to dye their hair red because I feel like it matches my personality more. Like, go with that. I am really quick to emote. I'm really quick to respond. I'm fast, and it's caused me to hurt others and to make things about myself when it's not about me. With this superpower comes also, like, the acknowledgement that you have to use it for good. Because if we use it for evil, we're gonna burn the world down. My saying used to be, may the bridges I burn light the way. And it's funny, and I still kind of feel that way. And also, like, I'm capable of burning a lot of bridges, so I gotta keep it good. I gotta keep it cool. You have to use a superpower for good. You can't use it to make things about yourself when it's not about yourself, even though you might be feeling, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. There is coping strategies, there's therapy, and just the acknowledgement of, like, having grace for yourself. I am feeling a high emotional response right now because I am feeling myself and everyone else's emotions, and I have been given the gift to feel those things. Like, how can you use it to help other people? How do we use it for others? Everyone talks right now about, like, self-care and maintenance and being high maintenance and stuff, and I feel like the word self-care can be used in a lot of different ways. First of all, self-care in the service of avoidance is not self-care. It is actually really detrimental to you. So just knowing that, like, avoiding your emotions or avoiding difficult things in life and not working on yourself is not servicing you or anyone else. However, self-care in the maintenance of keeping you that healthy, drivable Ferrari is so important. It's your gas. So you need the right gas for your Ferrari, right? And my point is, if you don't make yourself good, how are you going to help other people? I think a big fear of a lot of people is that we seem selfish. I, like, know that when people call me selfish, I, like, fly off the handle. Probably have a vulnerability in that area because there are probably parts of me that are really selfish. And I've definitely acted selfishly before. You can't help others if you aren't caring and loving for yourself. So don't let anyone ever tell you you're being selfish if you need alone time, or if you need to go read a book, or if you actually just need to not help anyone for a hot second. A lot of the time, the biggest way you can help people is by leading by example. I learned that from Natalie Schlute. When I was feeling a little depleted because I felt like I was helping a lot of other people with their problems, which is what I like to do. But she offered me a little piece of advice that you can help others simply by living by example and showing them what it looks like to feel confident, to feel on your path, to feel loved, to feel like you have problem-solving techniques. There are so many ways you can help people besides just investing in their problems fully. Course correction is not the same as giving up. Course correction is when you're like, this is not going to work for me, and I know that I need to take special care of myself because I'm going through a very difficult time right now, so I need to take the variables out and drive over here now. You know? Anyways, that is the video for this week. I would love to hear in the comments about what next week's video should be about. I was actually thinking about making it an acting video, like my process of breaking down a scene and my thoughts about that and what scene I chose and blah, 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 just because that's an area that I'm not super confident in. So I'm trying to use this to like push myself to be more confident. But I also had like the idea to just answer any questions. I'm not saying I have like thousands of people who are like dying to know about me, but I feel like there might be some people who have some questions. Don't forget you're a Ferrari, you're gifted and special and unique, and we need you to take care of yourself so you can help us.